The Newcastle Red Hurricane were looking to break a two-game losing streak, and it was the opening play of MAC Conference competition as they travel to Robinson Township to take on the Montour Spartans. Let's take a look at what happened in that ball game. Opening kickoff at Thomas J. Burko Stadium in Robinson Township. Canes receiving, and Ulysses Walker, as you'll see, just goes right up the middle and almost breaks this all the way for a touchdown for Newcastle. He's dragged down across the 45-yard line. First play from scrimmage, Miller, big hook up with B.J. Newton inside the 30-yard line of the Montour Spartans. Canes continue to move the football, and it's Miller through the air. Miller rolling to his right, looks, stops, throws over the middle. Pass is caught again at the 15-yard line. Then pass attempted to B.J. Newton, just a little bit out of Newton's reach. It goes incomplete following a Newcastle illegal procedure penalty. Canes trying to move the football, but nowhere there. Spartans right on top of that play. Spartans with the football did very little offensively in the entire ball game. As you'll see right here, the Canes defense comes up big with the fumble recovery. Anthony Respris for Newcastle recovering the Montour fumble, so Newcastle has an early chance. We're in second quarter action right here. Miller makes a great move 3 times to get away from the Spartans. You see the flag right there. That'll nullify this great run and catch by B.J. Newton. Newton breaks a couple of tackles, is able to carry the ball to near the 5-yard line, but again, call back because of a holding penalty, and you'll hear us say that throughout the night. You see the scoreboard clock. That'll also play in big in this football game, too. Miller on a play action, being rushed. Is able to get the ball outside of Maurice Johnson, but the Montour defense on top of Johnson on that play brought up a 4th down, and Newcastle had to give up the football. But Newcastle's defense stubborn all night long, just a little over 30 net yards as Eric Ridgely makes the big play there for a loss against the Spartans. One of Montour's very few first downs in this game here, run and catch to the near sideline as the Canes defense continue to play well throughout the first half and throughout the ball game. They're stuffing Montour again at the line of scrimmage. This is the second half kickoff. Now watch this by Ulysses Walker. If you can, you might be able to see the clip here. It'll be at the top of your screen. Walker busts another one, 73 yards. It was right there if you caught it. Walker right up the middle. It looks like he's going to go all the way, but unfortunately slips. It's inside the 20, the 18-yard line, but it was brought back all the way back to the Newcastle 18-yard line. Now, following another penalty, the Canes' Tony Miller drops back to pass. He'll get sacked, and this was the story of the ball game. That play right there, because that'll set up a punt for Newcastle. Brian DeVito for Montour. This was all the offense, basically, Montour did against Newcastle. DeVito was able to, excellent punt return, some good blocking right there. You probably saw it by one of the Spartans as DeVito's able to carry it inside the 5-yard line, but the Canes defense would not give up. In fact, right there, you see the quarterback slipping, almost getting in the end zone. A break for Newcastle there. Almost a fumble. Right here, the ball pops loose, but the Spartans are able to control it. They're down at the 4-yard line. That'll set up the only score of the football game. Field goal by Patty Scanion is up and good. By the way, we'd like to thank Joe D. Cristoforo for the footage on this. Now, the big controversy in this ball game was the time. Newcastle was told they had about 4 minutes left to go in the ball game when it seemed like there were only about 4 minutes that ran off the clock in that 4th quarter of play. Now, Newcastle, this is very late in the football game, trying to get something going. The Canes are able to get a big play here and take it deep inside Montour territory to the 30-yard line. However, the Canes will cough up the football. Tony Miller under center for Newcastle, fumbles the snap. Montour falls on top of it, and the Spartans take over on offense. But Newcastle would still get another chance in this ball game to try to pull this one out. Again, they still trail 3-0. Montour, we told you, Newcastle's defense, they're all night long, making a great stop there. The option play, they're brought down behind the line of scrimmage for another big loss. And again, the clock, it was not running. The time was being kept on the field. This is the last drive for Newcastle. Miller is able to complete a pass inside Montour territory to B.J. Newton, but again, Montour holds, and that's the final play of the football game, and the Spartans win it on a quagmire field, as you can see there. Field goal was it. Newcastle definitely outplayed them, but lost it by a final score of 3-0. It's homecoming this Friday night when the Canes will host the Bridgers of Ambridge in MAC Conference play. The Bridgers undefeated at 4-0, and of course Newcastle will be looking to break a 3-game losing streak. We'll take